Good afternoon, children. Now we will see the unit 1, the poem The Crocodile. It is not dill, it is dial, the crocodile. The pronunciation must be the crocodile. You must have seen the crocodiles in the big rivers. They belong to the reptile family. See, I told you that which crawls on its legs on the land is known as it belongs to the reptile family. The crocodiles, the tortoises, the turtles, all that crawls with its belly touching the land is known as it belongs to the reptile family. The crocodiles, you know very well, they are very famous in Africa. The river Nile is infested with completely the crocodiles. You can see number of crocodiles. You must have watched in the National Geography or Animal Planet how these crocodiles swallow very big animals. When they are in the waters, they are very, very powerful, very powerful. The crocodiles are very powerful, and the bigger ones are known as alligators. Here we have in the river Ganges Gariwal a different type of crocodile which has a long nose, which has a snout at the end of the nose, that is known as Gariwals. But here the African river Nile has got plenty of crocodiles, very big ones, more than 10 to 12 feet. It grows, very powerful and very ferocious. So if anyone gets into the water, that's all, we have to die. They have very powerful jaws where they can twist and turn that prey and immerse that in water for some time, and then they tear that into pieces. You must have watched this regularly in your Animal Planet and National Geography channels. They would have telecasted. Now, what do crocodiles eat? Talk about it. We are going to talk about what the crocodiles eat. They have very scaly, on top of their skin it will be very scaly, rough, scaly skin. They don't have a smooth skin. For some time they will be coming out and basking in the sun. They want to get their skins dry so that they can get the energy from the sun, and then they swim into the water. This is the behavior of the crocodiles. As soon as any prey comes across them in the water, they will not leave. They will just come around, circle it. Somehow they will be able to catch that prey and kill it violently. Now I am going to read the poem very slowly. How doth the little crocodile he mentions, improve his shining tail. Improve his shining tail. It has a very big tail where it can strike the prey and make it go down into the water. Very powerful tail it has. The crocodiles are very powerful tail where it hits the prey and makes him die. And pour the water of the Nile on every golden scale. So he talks about the Nile, which is the famous river in Africa. Without the Nile, the whole Africa would have become a desert. That's what the geography channel instructs us. Geography tells us that without Nile, Egypt would have turned into a desert. So it is a fertile Nile which depends on the waters. The rain waters are fed, and you have the waterfalls that connect the rivers. This particular very long river which is famous in Africa, especially in Egypt. So this Nile provides shelter for these crocodiles and alligators which are very famous in Africa, and all the animals, the wild animals that live there depend on this particular river Nile water. They come and quench that thirst, satisfy that thirst here in this particular. Now we are talking about this poem. It's a very short poem, children. And pour the water of the Nile. It is always in the water. As soon as it wants to lay, just like the turtles, when it wants to lay its eggs, it comes out of the water and digs a hole near a bush or anywhere else and lays its eggs. As soon as and just closes the pit with its powerful legs, and it as soon as the warmth of the sun is on the eggs, it hatches. It carries the young ones in its jaw. It collects all the young ones in its jaw and goes into the water. This is the habitat of the crocodile. And pour the water of the Nile on every golden scale. It has, the poet here mentions the golden scale, Louis Carroll. It's not Lewis Carroll, it is Louis Carroll. On every golden scale, how cheerful he seems to grin. So smile. Here the poet wants to say the crocodile is smiling. Grinning means smiling. How cheerful he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws. That is what there you have the claws, very powerful claws which can tear anything very easily. Neatly spreads its claws and welcomes little fishes. It always opens its mouth. When it is on the land, when it rests on the land, it opens its mouth. So whatever that comes on its way will enter its mouth and it closes its mouth. The same way, all the little fishes in the water will enter its mouth and that becomes the food for the crocodile with gently smiling jaws. This way he is able to survive in the water for a long time. So this particular reptile is famous, I told you, in the big rivers where you find very big rivers, and these rivers are completely with fishes, variety of fishes. Only in the river you can find freshwater fish. Sharks and other big fishes, they live in the ocean, but these fishes that are freshwater fishes, they live only in the rivers. These rivers feed the animals, as well as these rivers help the animals live by the side of it. At the same time, you have a fertile place in and around where the river is flowing. So these crocodiles live here for a very long time, and only very few crocodiles like to live in the saltwater ocean. We don't find many crocodiles living in the sea, but anyhow, very few I am telling. But most of the crocodiles which are very, very long and strong, they live only in the freshwater rivers. Particularly this crocodile, they are talking about the river Nile, which is in Egypt, where these crocodiles are thriving there. Plenty of crocodiles will be there. As soon as the heat of the summer comes up, the whole river goes dry, completely dry. You find only the mud. That time they move into the slush, where the water is collected in one point, where they dig holes and they go inside that. When there is a heavy shower of rain, because Africa is an equatorial country, during the nights it has heavy downpour. So when these rivers are filled up with water, then they come out. So they don't die. They are able to survive on the land as well as on the river because of their complete structure of the body is such that they are able to adapt themselves to the environment. That's what I wanted to say. So I am going to read the poem very clearly. How does the little crocodile improve his shining tail? You see the tail, very strong tail, and you have the scales over his body, complete scales over his body. Look at his jaw. His jaw is open, where you have a saw teeth. Have you seen a saw? Rambam solvanga. And the ramba, the saw, very, very small, sharp teeth close by, situated close by. And pour the water of the Nile on every golden scale. The water flows over its body, and due to the shining of the sun rays, it looks like golden scale. The scales over his body shine due to the reflection of the sunlight. On every golden scale, how cheerful he seems to grin. He is very happy to be in the water, opening its mouth. The poet here tells that he is grinning, smiling. How neatly spreads his claws. He spreads his claws in such a way, you must have seen its walking, keeping its feet down and walking in such a way. His claws are very powerful and very sharp also. How neatly spreads his claws and welcomes little fishes in. By opening its mouth, when the water gushes inside, the small fishes enter his mouth, and he is able to take his food in such a way with gently smiling jaws. Now we see the Lewis Carroll was an English writer. His most famous book is Alice in Wonderland. This poem appears in it. So, this poet says his famous book is Alice in Wonderland, a beautiful story about Alice who lives in the dream world. Now, this poem is written by this poet. Beautifully he has brought the attitude and the qualities of the crocodile. Doth, an expression of old English for thus. Now, we never use doth here. Nowadays at present we use only thus. Improve, to become better than before, to improve yourself, to become better. Cheerful, very happy. Gently, softly, mildly. Do you know the Madras Crocodile Bank is one of the greatest, largest reptile zoos in the world, largest. So, you must be proud of our Chennai. The Madras Crocodile Bank is one of the largest reptile zoos in the world. It is a shelter for the native wildlife and a secure nesting beach for olive ridley turtles. It is located at East Coast Road, Kovalam in Chennai. So, you must go and visit these places where you can find these reptiles in large numbers. Choose the rhyming words from the box and write them in the correct blanks. Claws, jaws, caws, paws. These are the rhyming words. Claws, jaws. You have CAWS, caws, and paws, PAWS, paws. Grin, in, din, thin. These are the rhyming words. Grin, in, din, thin. You have the rhyming words, 4 rhyming words. Crocodile, Nile. You have Nile, while. WHILE, while. And crocodile, Nile, while, file. These are the rhyming words. Tail, scale, nail, male. Tail, scale, nail, male. These are the rhyming words. I read once again. Claws, jaws, caws, paws. Rhyming words that go along with claws and jaws. Grin, in, din, thin. That goes along with grin and in, the rhyming words. Crocodile, Nile. You have file and while. These are the rhyming words. Tail, scale. You have nail and male. These are the rhyming words. Be sure that you rhyme the words properly that is given in the box. Read these lines and answer the questions given below. How cheerful he seems to grin. Who does he refer to? Who does he refer to? He refers to the crocodile. He refers to the crocodile. And pour the water of the Nile. What is the Nile? In which country is it? Nile is the longest river and it is in Egypt. And welcomes little fishes with gently smiling jaws. Who welcomes the fish? Why? The crocodile welcomes the little fish because he is hungry and he wants to eat them. Which line tells you that the crocodile is hungry? Welcomes the little fishes with gently smiling jaws. These are the lines you have to understand. Work in pairs, share your answers with your partner. What is the poem about? The poem is about the crocodile. How does the crocodile tail look like? The tail looks very shiny. What does improve his tail mean? To become better than before. It wants to make the tail very strong, better than before. How does he spread his claws? He spreads his claws very neatly on the sand. Why does he welcome little fishes? He welcomes the little fishes to eat. By opening its long, broad jaw, the little fishes will enter. Once it enters, it cannot come out. It closes its jaws, so it takes the fishes inside. Which line talks about the crocodile's mouth and shape? With gently smiling jaw. These are the lines that speak about his strong, powerful jaws. Now, have you understood this poem clearly, children? Now, I will read the poem once again. You have the rhyme scheme. Crocodile and Nile will go together. Crocodile and Nile. A, crocodile. B is tail. Again, A is Nile. Scale is B. So, A, B, A, B. The 4 sentences speak about the rhyme scheme A, B, A, B. The next 4 lines, grin A, claws B, in is A once again, jaws is B. So, the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B. Rhyming words, crocodile, Nile, tail, scale, grin, in, claws, jaws. These are the rhyming words in the poem. Rhyming words in the poem. When you read the poem, you have to understand it was written by the poet Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll. Now, you have to read this poem and understand very clearly. We will write the substance of the poem in later on classes.